Ki Yishem Adonai V'Adonai Olam. May Hashem's name will be blessed forever and ever. Shalom, everybody. Today's class is about the Melave Malka, the fourth meal. This class is sponsored by the Fishman's family, by Emily Fishman, for refuah shelema, speedy recovery and success for all the IDF soldiers, all the security forces in Israel and around the world. So, I wanted to ask you a question. Did anybody ever heard about this notion, this beautiful concept called Melave Malka, or the fourth meal? You didn't hear that before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That was very aggressive, yes. Okay, Judah, I need you to chill out. Okay. How many participants we have? Someone messed up with the okay, I'll take care of it later. I'm going to fire someone today. Okay. So, Misha, you said yes, right? Can you expand a little bit about it? What is the fourth meal? After? After what? Avdalah? Yeah. Very good. Thank you. So, Mishael Araiza gave us the right answer. And Misha said that we are dealing with the fourth Seudah that we do on Saturday night, Motzei Shabbos. Why we call it the fourth Seudah? How many Seudot you have on Shabbat?
3.
You have 3. The Kiddush in the evening. One you should have in the morning, not lunchtime, because after lunch, after the midday, it's already time to do the third Seudah. But it goes like that. The fourth one we do after davening. After going to prayer, we're doing Kiddush, all is good. In the morning, we are finishing the davening, we're finishing the Musaf, all the Tefillah, then we do Kiddush, and then we can eat. Okay? And the third Seudah should be on after, most of the poskim hold that it has to be after mincha, after davening mincha. Okay? So, if you have in your community early mincha around 1:30 or 2 o'clock, you can do it right after. It's not a must, but it's only always after. So, bottom line, it has to be after the mid of the day, which let's say the Zman Chatzos, it's called Chatzot. Midday is 1:30. You cannot do the third Seudah before that time. Okay? And the best is after you pray mincha. So what we do here, we have around 4:45 mincha. By 5:05 we finish. We go home around 5:15. We're starting the third Seudah. Okay? Obviously, during the winter, we have more time. When we daven around 5, you have like 2 hours plus. So, we did the third Seudah. We did Birkat HaMazon. We went to the shul. We daven Arvit. And then we do Havdalah. We already learned about Havdalah. Now comes a new concept. It's called the fourth Seudah. Just by calling it fourth, it means that prerequisite. What was it before that? 3. Which means that this Seudah is connected. Otherwise, you can call it 1. You can start counting again. Okay. So, how do we count in the Jewish calendar? It's different than the English one, the secular one. Okay? Why it's different? Because what time, let's say, what is today? Tuesday? Yeah. Okay. What time on the secular calendar? It will be Wednesday. Midnight, which is 12 a.m., 12:01 a.m., right? Yep. Make sense? Okay, fine. According to the Jewish calendar, when is it?
When the sunset is.
At nightfall.
Yeah, nightfall.
שכחתי, לך תביא לו. הוא לא באוזן ולא הוצאתי לו. אז שתביא לו, אני לא יכול עכשיו, אני באמצע שיעור, אני מוקלט. I don't know. שני פריטים. תשאל אותו בטלפון. תקשר לאמא, תשאל אותו בטלפון. תעשה איתו וידאו, נריה. דרך הוידאו תנחה אותו. Okay, so in the Jewish calendar, it can be, it can be, have a seat. It can be, it will be after nightfall. I'm not sure what's nightfall right now. I think it's around 6:12 or something like that. So 6:12, which is like in 6 minutes, it will be Wednesday already, right? Every Friday night we call it Erev Shabbat, the eve before Shabbat. When we accept Shabbat, it's already Shabbat. Nonetheless, of the secular, they will wait till midnight. But for us, it's already Wednesday. In 6 minutes, 5 minutes now, it's going to be already Wednesday. Fine? Okay. So if we're starting a new day, why you still call it the fourth Seudah? Okay, that's the concept. So it looks like a lot of people never heard about it, unfortunately. And today we will learn about the significance of this special Seudah. Who's supposed to take this Seudah? You know Seudah means? Seudah means meal. Yeah. Who's supposed to take this Seudah? Men and women are equal? At what time? And what you're supposed to eat? Can I use food from Shabbat? Do I have to bring to the table a new food? There's any special bracha? Do you do it with a kiddush? Do you do it over wine? So, when we talk about the resurrection of the dead, I think a few months ago, you still have this, we have it on the TorahNow.net. We mentioned toward the very end of this class that God will resurrect the dead in a very special way. Obviously, we need more than one class to talk about that. But one thing that we mentioned is about a bone called luz. We mentioned luz when we've learned just recently about the spies going to a city in the land of Luz, and the city of Luz, and it's a very special place. It's a hidden, no one can find the entrance. No, it's a very special place for people that talking the truth only. And we also mentioned in something that was related to the word luz is a bone. Each and every one of us have a special bone that's called luz. There are 3 names. Luz. Number 2, neschoi or neschoi, as they write it in English, but it's neschoi. Or in the Kabbalah and the Zohar, they call it Lavan Arama'a. Like Lavan the cheater. Lavan the Arami, but it's not exactly that. It's really something else. Okay. We're going to use the word neschoi or luz. These two more common words. Okay? What's so special about this bone? It's that when Hashem resurrects the dead, even if a body that was in the grave, it's in the grave for 1,000 years, sometimes you won't even be able to find bones. It's all become ashes. Depends on how long it was there. One bone will always be there. And this little bone, which is the size of maybe a barley, okay? Hashem will resurrect the dead, those worthy, from that bone. Okay? And the Talmud brings an example and a discussion between a Roman to one of the rabbis in the Talmud about this special bone, who has it, who doesn't has it, and what's so special about it. So they try to burn it, to hit it with a hammer, to boil it. Nothing happened to it. Okay? Nonetheless, some says that if you take a body and put it in the crematorium, you know crematorium? To cremate it, it will most likely destroy it in most cases. Nonetheless, you have ashes. Sometimes it's not real ashes. I don't know if you ever saw. Sometimes it's with little bones, just a little bit. Some say it will survive that even that extreme heat. Versteis? Kapish? Good? So Hashem will resurrect the dead from that bone. And now a question, is that related to Jews or non-Jews or everybody? And who is being resurrected? Who will be worthy? We'll try to answer all these questions, Be'ezrat Hashem, today. Any questions before we start? Okay. How is this little bone called neschoi or luz related in any way to the fourth Seudah on Saturday night, Motzei Shabbat? We discussed that already a few months ago. Okay.
It nourishes it.
Nourishes it. Okay, so Judah, remember, Baruch Hashem. So we'll expand about that in a minute. Let me read to you the introduction. Okay, the Melave Malka. Did you hear the word Melave Malka before?
Yes.
You heard it, right? Melaveh, just modern Hebrew. Melaveh means escort, or chaperone, or go with, or join to someone. So to escort someone. What is Malka? Queen. Okay. So we're actually saying escorting the queen. Which queen we are? Shabbat. Shabbat was the queen. Shabbat Malka, right?
Yes.
We're saying Shabbat Malka. So we escorting this Shabbat. How? We're going outside with an umbrella and we're walking an imaginary friend. What do we do? You can only escort a spiritual power with another spiritual power, if it makes sense, right? But in order to gain or get spiritual power, you have to do it through physical actions. For example, I open the Siddur, I read from it, I pray from it. What is it? It's spiritual or physical?
Both.
But it started with?
Physical.
It has to be physical, right?
Physical.
Many things we can do on the spiritual level only. Okay. For example, if I have in mind right now, Shema Israel, it's in my mind, it's spiritual. Unless I'm saying in it, verbalizing what I'm saying it, so it's physical, I'm moving my lips. Or sounds come out of my mouth. Sound, right? Makes sense what I'm saying here? So we are actually preparing a fourth meal. And by doing that, we are escorting the Shabbat, saying, oh, I wish the Shabbat will never end. We still want to be with the Shabbat. But it is what it is. Hashem created the world. It's already nightfall. So we are escorting the Shabbat with blessing over food, before and after. Some playing songs, some saying words of Torah. It's all good and really important to do. Okay, so till what time I can do that? I just finished eating third Seudah. I had blessings. It's time now to clean up the house. You want me to sit down and eat again? I just ate. My stomach is full. So how long I can wait till I do this Seudah? And many people, by the way, eating Seudah on Motzei Shabbat, don't even notice that. They go to eat pizza. Many people does that, right? Or they're preparing food around 8, 9 o'clock. So you can always dedicate something like that. They're already eating to be a fourth Seudah. Make sense? So let's read about it a little bit. By eating a meal on Saturday night for Shabbos honor, it is considered as if we escorted the Shabbat queen back to her place in heaven. Rabbi Yosef Karo, did you hear about Yosef Karo? Shulchan Aruch, right? This is Yosef Karo, right? And who is Karo Yosef? Who is Shulchan Aruch is Yosef Karo, right? Who is Karo Yosef? It's the same guy. Cited sources claiming, I'm just see if you pay attention. Yosef Karo, Rabbi Yosef Karo, the author of the Shulchan Aruch, cited sources claiming that in the merit of the mitzvah one will be resurrected in the future. Wow. So, it seems like a problem. If I don't, maybe won't resurrect it. Chas v'shalom. Ken.
The name is Melave Malka or Sudarvi.
Very good. So Tzipora pointing out a question. What's the name? Melave Malka or the fourth Seudah, Seudah Revi'it? You actually have more than two names. I'll give you three names. Melave Malka, Seudah Revi'it, or Seudah David HaMelech. Right? David HaMelech. How David HaMelech is related, King David, to the fourth Seudah? We'll see. Today, Be'ez Hashem. Our sages taught that there is one part of the human body called neschoi that receives its nourishment only from the Melave Malka meal. I'll tell you something, we mentioned that in the other class, it's come from the Zohar, a little bit Kabbalah. It says the following. There is one spot in our body, one little bone, that Hashem will resurrect the human being from that point. Why specifically that bone? A bone, not finger, nose, eyes, head, leg. Why? They lose, correct. But why from that bone?
Because
Adam Chava,
the fruit,
correct.
the fruit,
Correct.
that bone don't
Benefit from it.
benefit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, everything that you eat during the week, you say beracha, saying I don't know, before and after, the body get benefit out of it, all right? From the blessing, the body gets benefit because you get nourishment from it, vitamins, so forth and so on. But the neshama also needs to get benefit from it, to get nourishment from it. Fine? So listen to this. This little bone, I can't tell you the whole story, but believe what I'm telling you, get benefit only from what you eat on Saturday night. The whole week, the spiritual power of that food or that you're eating, will not touch this little bone. It can again get benefit only on Saturday night. Fine? For certain hours, Motzei Shabbat. Since Adam and Eve sinned on Friday, and they got punished on Friday, the whole body was punished, that they brought death to the world, right? One bone was not affected by it. What was it? The neschoi, the lose. Right, Misha? If you snooze, you lose. That's how you remember that. So, this bone was not affected by it. Meaning, this is like, that's, when you throw someone, what do you call this? You're throwing...
Frisbee.
Huh?
Frisbee.
Lifesaver. It's a kind of like a lifesaver, Baruch Hashem, that this bone was not part of the sin. It didn't get any benefit, any spiritual nourishment from it. It was not affected by it, nothing. So, this lifesaver thingy, little bone, will, Be'ezrat Hashem, will be resurrected from that bone. Is everybody will? Is related to Jews, non-Jews? Let me give you, tell you something, a surprise. Not all the Jews will be resurrected. And not all the non-Jews will be resurrected. Who will? Remind me this if I miss it before I finish the class. Going back to what we said. So our sages taught there's one part of the human body called neschoi that receives its nourishment only from the Melave Malka meal, the fourth meal. Rav Berachia of Modena, the author of Ma'abaria book, it's the name of a book, explained that when the resurrection will be placed, the dew of life will come from heaven and moisten the neschoi bone, and it will flower and spread. This is all metaphorically words. It means on a higher level. Okay, many times the Torah uses words that we be able to understand. Okay, for example, Rabbi Akiva was standing and he saw over the shore and he saw a big fish swallowing the whole ship. It's hinting, it metaphorically means that on the ship was Jewish people, and the fish represent the Roman, and if you go closer to them, we become part of them. They will swallow you and be like them. It's a whole thing, But many things sometimes it's just metaphorically. You get what I'm saying here? Okay. And it will flower. Okay, and spread, developing into complete human body. The body will roll and spin from wherever it is to the land of Israel, where it will come to life. On a side note, if you can choose to be buried, choose to do it in Israel, not here. Because the neshamot will go through a lot of sufferings till they will go and resurrect in the land of Israel. Okay? Even righteous people, all those worthy, that buried outside of the land of Israel will be resurrected, but they'll go through suffering, so it's best to make the efforts to be buried in the land of Israel. Okay. Now, I think there's a class there, and he's going to in the wrong class. Yeah. The Matan Moshe wrote that when a person dies, even if his body decomposes entirely, and even if he is cremated and ground into dust, the neschoi is not destroyed. It survives any hammer blow and any file's edge, for it's immortal, and through it one will merit to be resurrected in the future. So we want to feed this bone, and if this bone can nourish only on Saturday night, we got to do something about it. Okay, the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, the Kitzur Shnei Luchot HaBrit explain that the immortality of the neschoi as follow. All the limbs of the human body were nurtured by the forbidden fruit of the tree of knowledge, except for this one. Since it is nourished only by that which is eaten on Saturday night, the sin of the tree took place on Friday. So this limb did not take part in it. Therefore, this limb was not subject to the punishment of, quote, you shall return to be dust. And it remains fresh and supple forever. Okay? Any questions on that? Okay, one more thing. Those who will fulfill the mitzvah of eating Melave Malka, or the fourth Seudah, or Seudah David HaMelech, receive the blessing of Shabbat in everything they eat through the week. See the Shari Tshuva, see the Ben Ish Chai. Furthermore, I'm keeping all these quotes, and they will be protected from the thorns of being buried, like agony, like suffering, buried, and will never find it necessary to take bitter medicine. If you are strict with that, every Motzei Shabbat, it means you're going to be healthy and be protected. And every neshama, by the way, when a person dies, goes through a lot of sufferings from what they see, and in the grave, a lot of stuff. Through 6-7 days. But when you do that, you are protecting yourself. That's the power of this Seudah Shlishit. This meal is also called, as I said, the meal of King David. Why is it called the meal of King David? Long story short, yes?
I was just going to answer the question. Because I believe that King David was told that he would not, die if he was busy studying Torah.
Almost.
He wouldn't die on Shabbat
Oh,
around something like that.
Yeah. Right. So how do you know
Let me
that?
clarify.
How do you know that?
Because I come to your classes on Shabbat.
Yeah, I said it on Shabbat. Very good. Someone is listening to the Torah classes. Chazak u'baruch Emily. And thank you for sponsoring the shiur. So, long story short, King David wanted to know which day he will die.
Shabbat.
He was a prophet, so he made communication with the Kodesh Baruch Hu. And Hashem told them, Talmud says, I never reveal that to any creature in the world. No one knows. Nobody knows. But King David is very powerful. He doesn't let go. He wants to know. He has plans. You have to make plans. At some point, Hashem says, okay, leave me alone. I'll tell you one thing. It's going to be one day, but it's going to be on Shabbat. Oh, Shabbat! Finally. So what he did, he says, I'm going to trick the system. King David knew that as long as you learn Torah, there is a firewall around you and you are protected. Even the angel of death cannot approach you. So for every Shabbat, he didn't sleep at all. He was barely sleeping anyway. And he was studying Torah all these 24 hours. Every Shabbat. He didn't know which Shabbat. Could be this year, could be next year. He doesn't know. Okay, so Hashem told him that in the middle of the week. First Shabbat came. King David is ready. He's doing Kiddush, words of Torah, eating, drinking, doing mitzvot, saying, oh, it was beautiful Shabbat. Everybody went to sleep. He's still awake. The morning is first in the shul. He's davening, Sefer Torah. All Shabbat. Mincha time. Davening, Ma'ariv, Arvit, Avdallah. Boom, finish. He's alive. Now he knows that he has, for sure, an extra week. So what did he do? Every Motzei Shabbat, every Saturday night, he celebrated with a special meal that is alive. This is why they call it the Seudat David HaMelech. At some point, the angel of death, he has a list. He has a list. One day, he saw on the list, David ben Yishai, address Jerusalem. He got all the details, GPS, everything. He went to King David and he tried to get his soul, but he can't. Because even King David doesn't know that this is his day. You have to see the conversation between Hashem and King David about that he doesn't want to die on Shabbat because the people maybe will break Shabbat. After Shabbat, he says, you can't be longer. Maybe so take my soul before Shabbat so people don't break Shabbat. Hashem gave him all the reason why it's only be on Shabbat. Okay, king of, what's his name? The angel of death is coming to take his soul. But he can't reach out. There's fire. King David doesn't even know that this is his day. It's in a matter of a few seconds, minutes, finish. So what did the evil inclination, which is the angel of death, which is the Satan, it's the same power. So the angel of death, what does he do? What did he do? He did what he is really good at. Disturb him. He wants to get his attention. So he went close to the window when King David is learning, and he shook the tree. He shook the tree. It's not something common, especially not on Shabbat. King David wanted to see who on Shabbat is climbing, which is forbidden, or trying to take fruit. On Shabbat. So he was walking out. He stopped for 1 second to see what's going on, and as soon as he went down the stairs, Talmud says that is the time when the angel of death took his soul. He made him sleep on the stairs, and at that moment he took his soul. So you can learn from that a lot of things, right? When your times comes, your times come. There's nothing you can do about it. But you also learn from that the power of Torah. Right now we all study Torah, we're all protected. Baruch Hashem. Everyone with Hashem survived. But this is why it's called Seudat David HaMelech. This meal is also called the meal of King David. King David asked God to reveal to him when he will die. And God revealed to him only that he will die on Shabbat. From then on, as soon as Shabbat was over, King David made a family celebration, for he knew now that he had another entire week to live. Okay. Any questions before we go to the halachot? And it's very short. Basically, we have 6 halachot in this part. Next time we're going back to what we did on July, months ago, to the title. Remember, we had 3 classes already, a series of kosher kitchen, the kosher kitchen. Okay, we're going to do number 4 until we finish with Hashem. So let's study a little bit the laws of Seudah Revi'it. Our sages institute a rule for us to partake of a meal each week on Saturday night to symbolically take leave of the Shabbat spirit. It is very important to fulfill this mitzvah each week. It is recommended to set the table attractively with a nice tablecloth. The meal should consist of bread, following the ruling of the guys, the Gaon Mevilna, although many poskim did not rule as such. So Rabbi Ovadia said, poskim that cookies, cakes might be good enough. Best method is to do a motzi, which you can do over a pizza, or a piece of bread, or whatever, okay? But it's not a must according to many poskim, because many things can be considered as a meal. Some like a bowl of cereal. For them it's a meal. Especially on Saturday night, not a lot of people feel that they want to eat. If someone is too full to eat bread, since he ate the third Shabbat meal just before ending Shabbat, he can use other food made of the grains. If even that is impossible, he may have a meal consisting of fruits. Eat apple, grapes, banana, enjoying it, and it will be considered as the 4th meal. Isn't it beautiful? We do it anyways, right? During the meal, one should have in mind to escort the Shabbat spirit away. Meaning, you can have a banana and an apple and it's fine. But if you didn't have in mind this is for Seudah, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. You must have in mind, okay, whatever I'm eating now, it's for the sake of Seudah Revi'it, the Melave Malka, Seudah David HaMelech, whatever. Easy thing to do, and you gain tremendous reward out of it. Right? And to cause the blessing of Shabbat to continue onto one's weekday's meal, and that the week should be enlightened with the sanctity of Shabbat. So if you do it the right way, not only you get benefit for this special bone with a very simple food, could be cereal, could be fruit, could be something very easy, cookie with a coffee. You dedicate it for the 4th Seudah, you get the benefit of for the resurrection, B'ezrat Hashem, and the entire week, your food will be blessed. Okay. Rabbi Ish Chai expand on that, so the food that you eat during the week won't hurt you, or God forbid you won't be poisoned, or get sick from it, because you came with a great power from Shabbat. Kind of like a preventive medicine, Okay? Moving on. What is the time? Time for doing this Seudah Revi'it, Melave Malka. It is best to fulfill the mitzvah of the Melave Malka. What's Melave? Escort. What's Malka? Just want to make sure you remember. Because you will hear this name over and over again many times during... among Jewish communities, you hear Melave Malka, so you need to know, okay? Mitzvah Melave Malka meal by the 4th hour of the night. Let's say Shabbat is over 6. Try to do it with this frame 6 to 10. Fine? Don't postpone it too much. There are poskim rule that if someone did not eat the meal within 4 hours of the night, he has lost the opportunity to fulfill the mitzvah. Those poskim outstanding can, if one was incapable of fulfilling it until after. Okay, bottom line, it's very long. They're saying that as long as it's not done, when the morning starts, done, you can still do it. So according to, what's poskim? Rabbis that set up the rules, the laws, right? So you have actually the whole night. So those who really careful to do within the frame of 4 hours. That way you fulfill according to all opinion. In case something happened, you couldn't do it for whatever reason, you still have all night, and this is the halacha. What about women? Men and women are equally obligated to fulfill the mitzvah of Melave Malka, just as they are equally obligated in all aspects of Shabbat observance. It seems like a very easy thing. You take a cookie, make yourself a coffee with milk. It's a beautiful thing. You do this all the time anyways. Now you dedicate it for Melave Malka. Okay.
The first three start with Friday night meal or from the morning?
The what?
The first three meals. This is the fourth.
The fourth.
Okay.
It's related to the first of Shabbat, right?
Friday night and then Saturday night morning?
Saturday morning and then Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
It's the fourth. It's called fourth because it takes the power from Shabbat. Okay, so we said men and women are equally, just as they are equally obligated in all aspects of Shabbat observance. Women who faithfully observe the mitzvah of Melave Malka are promised to be spread difficult labor during childbirth. So it's another remedy, it's another segula for women to have easier. Childbirth is to be strict with that and do this every Saturday night. Just a quick note about the blessing. The correct version of for Birkat Hamazon after the Melave Malka meal is Magdil Yeshuot Malko. It's a part that we're saying the same as it is for the weekday meal. Don't you think that you're going to do an addition? We say on Shabbat, when you read the blessing, you add for Shabbat, right? People might think, okay, this is the fourth, it's still related to Shabbat, I need to do these additions. I need to omit them, to just skip them. It's like as if a regular day. Make sense? The same as, okay. They recite, and we recite, okay, the same as it is for all weekdays meal. We recite the version Migdol Yeshuot Malko only on Shabbat, Yom Tov, Chol HaMoed, and Rosh Chodesh. Okay. 2 more halachot. You see from this coming halacha why it's important to do it as early as possible. It just makes it easier. It is proper to refrain from changing out one's Shabbat clothes until after eating the Melave Malka meal. Because on Shabbat you're wearing your nicest suit, your nicest clothing that you dedicated for Shabbat only. It's better to do that with a pajama than a pajama, right? But if you already replaced it, you already took a shower, you can still do it with the pajama, okay? Or other clothing. If someone goes to bed before midnight on Saturday night, he should not recite the confession of his sins, since the aura of Shabbat is still extant. It's something apparently, it's a video, so I don't know if anybody here does that. Okay.
Wait.
The list of,
you don't do the vidui on bedtime Shema if
till after midnight, because it's the aura, the power, the energy, the blessing, the light from Shabbat, it's still on till midnight.
Okay.
You can do it after midnight, but check the Jewish calendar, what's considered midnight.
So you
It's different hours.
do it like at Chatzot or something like that, right?
After Chatzot, not before, after.
After Chatzot. Okay.
Okay.
This calendar, you mean Israel time or?
No, Dallas time.
Oh,
I gave you a calendar the other day, right?
I didn't get it.
Didn't get it? So I think I have one maybe here in the
I
car.
have a calendar. I don't know if
Okay, I have to be and see the time. If you can always log into myzmanim.com, this is what we follow here, and you have all the time, dawn, dusk, midnight, midday, time to put filling, time to do this, and all this. It's a chart, very easy chart to follow.
I checked the Chabad one, but they don't have that one.
Okay, so check it online. Yeah, don't check midnight Dallas. You have the Jewish calendar, because we count in the hours a little bit differently. Okay, I don't know if they have time to explain that. Sometimes an hour can be 70 minutes, something can be 54 minutes. It changes. Okay, because dividing the day to 12 and 12 equally, but one days are longer, one days are shorter, and then, so this is why we're dividing it in a little bit differently. Okay, let's halacha for today. Technically, it is permissible to engage in any form of labor even before eating the Melave Malka meal. The disciples of the Arizal taught, however, that the spirit of Shabbat does not leave one's soul completely until one eats this meal. Therefore, it is improper to engage in any labor other than preparing for this meal, or even to spend long hours in Torah study until after eating the Melave Malka meal. If observing this stringency would adversely affect one's Torah studies, however, it is not necessary to observe it. So I think we answer almost all questions. Any more questions?
Quick question.
Hold on, ladies first. Emily.
When we talk about this last meal, the last Kedula, it has to be at home, right? Because you said earlier, like a lot of people go out.
It doesn't have to be home.
Oh, we do go out.
You can do it anywhere. You can do anywhere. People like to do these things at home because you bring more kedusha, more power, more good energy to the house. But it's not something you have.
To be clear, you said that after we've had this meal, the fourth meal, the rest of Saturday until midnight, we really shouldn't work. Is that what you said? We should kind of chill, or?
Yeah. Okay. It's better not to. Okay. If you worked, it doesn't mean, I worked, can't do Melave Malka. No, you still can do that. Question.
Prepare food after
Absolutely. It doesn't consider. Labor means going to your own business.
Okay.
Or starting building something. It's not considered labor. Even cleaning lightly or whatever. Okay. Even if you do that, it's still okay. But the best way is to refrain from all these things. What many people does is right after Shabbat they make a coffee with cookies. They're on that, and then they do whatever they need to do. Judah, you wanted to ask something?
Is there supposed to be candles or no?
You can have candles at home, but don't kindle them.
I saw something that you're supposed to have like 4 candles or something like that.
You can have 4 candles or 5 or 6, as many as you want. Halachically, it's not mandatory.
All right, fine.
Right, Moshe? The Talmud says in a tractate of Shabbat, Kuf Yutet Amud Bet, which is 119b. Story about Rabbi Abahu. Rabbi Abahu was such a tzaddik. He loves this mitzvah. Every Saturday night he will take a calf, a young cow or a young ox. He do shchita and he prepare on the grill meat. And he would take a kidney. He would eat the kidney every Saturday night. So one day his son says, Abba, why do we have to do that every Saturday night? We are shechting a calf for the sake of Shabbat, right? On Friday. So just keep one kidney. And you don't have to shecht another calf during the Shabbat. Right? You get the question? Yeah. She said, okay, it's a good point. Let's do that. They did it. And the Talmud says, that night, a lion came. Back then it was lions and wild animals in Israel. A lion came to the barn and he killed the calf that was supposed to be for Motzei Shabbos for the night. Yeah. And they learned a great lesson. What they did for the sake of that meal should be remains the same, and don't be oy berchuchen. So it means that what kind of food should be put on the table? You can definitely put food from Shabbat. So it's a blessed food. But it says that one should add something extra you didn't have on Shabbat. For example, we mentioned pizza. You don't have pizza on Shabbat, right? Motzei Shabbat, it's special, it's fine. Add something to the table that you didn't have on Shabbat. That's the idea. So you're showing that you are doing something different for the sake of that meal. Okay, and we answer all questions? Did we miss anything? I think one question we didn't answer about who will be resurrected, right? Who resurrected? So it looks like Jews and non-Jews will be resurrected, but only those who are worthy, the tzaddikim from both sides, and the Jews that fulfill Torah and mitzvot, and non-Jews that keep the 7 universal laws, called Hasidei Umot HaOlam. Those who are loyal to Hashem, the God of Israel, will be resurrected. And let's hope that all our brothers and sisters in Israel will do tshuva and will be Be'ezrat Hashem. All of us will get the merit to be resurrected. There's another interesting question. What if Mashiach comes now? People still have to die? Because I don't really bring the whole psukim, but bottom line says that since there's verses in Isaiah and other prophets, that means that everybody will die and be resurrected. It means that doesn't have to be dying and going to the grave. It could be 1 second. 1 second, everybody feel like that, and that will be a very special generation that will happen to them. Hopefully, in our days, we're hoping that Mashiach will come. Our days, we can see him in our own eyes, and we'll be part of these beautiful, beautiful days that coming to save the Jewish people and all those who are loyal to the God of Israel and supporting the Jewish people. Any questions?
Rabbi,
Yes.
I have a question about the Gilgulim. You're talking about the bone. Is
The bomb or the bone?
the little bone, the loose?
The bone, the loose.
Yeah, okay. But what about so somebody lived before, many times before, maybe five times before?
Okay,
So,
we already discussed that. Let me answer that question really quickly. He was asking, what if someone has 5 gilgulim, okay, and has 5 little bones, neschoi, spread, one in Guatemala, one in Venezuela, that is going to be free soon, and one in Iran is going to be free soon also, and one in Israel, and one in Dallas. 5, I don't know, 5, what's up with that? Which one will be resurrected? So the Rabbi told us in the Zohar, the loose. Yeah, each person, it's the neshama came, the body was just a vessel, right? Yeah. It says that the body that it will be resurrected is the body that visit this place and that place, but the body that was done the most tikkun, okay, the most tikkun, was be most resurrected. It will be most rectification. Tikkun means rectification. Any more questions? It's a very, very wide topic, all these resurrection and Gilgulim, it's unbelievable. If you want one day, we can have a class only on that. A few classes, a series of classes about the Messianic days. So, I want to wish everybody here, on behalf of Ohev Israel Foundation, Hashem will give you a good health, bless you with a good health, great parnasah. You have only joy in your house and shalom bayit, and you see only good things. May Hashem protect you and put him under his wings, and all of you will be blessed, and you'll be able to bless other people. Shavua Tov.
Same to you, Rabbi.
Thank you. Shavua Tov. Shavua Tov.
Bye-bye.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll take a look at it later.
Is this on?
Not yet.
Oh, I was going to ask you.